Number 13 in the country, Maryland defeats Rutgers 78-67. This was a good game through and through. I mean, right off the bat, though, Steve, my initial reactions was you couldn't stop Abby Myers from the first shot of the game. She found a way to get 22 points, and that was enough to get the win against Rutgers. Welcome to Slash Review, everyone. I'm your host, Christian Rao, here with my co-host, Steve Feck. We're going to break down this game between Maryland and Rutgers. Again, Maryland, number 13 in the country. They moved to 12-3 on the year. Rutgers moves to 6-10 now. They're having a rough year so far. However, Maryland looking really good. And this is a team, and we talked about it in another one of our segments earlier this week. This is a team that's right in the thick of it with the Big Ten, a very tough conference indeed. And we are still looking to see who is the top of the Big Ten. Right now, obviously, Ohio State holds that, being undefeated. But will that hold? Will that happen? Will Maryland have the opportunity to do so, Steve? I'd love to hear your thoughts about this game and where you see Maryland moving forward this year.
Yeah, well, I suggested this game. Okay, yes, I'm a Jersey boy, so of course we hit Rutgers. I'm going to try to weasel them in somehow. But the main reason that I suggested this game is that even with the struggling Rutgers team, the RAC is a tough place to play. It's just small enough that the fans are right in on you, and Rutgers Scarlet Knight basketball fans, especially on the women's side, are very loyal and very fierce. So I wanted to see how Maryland would come out in that kind of environment. And of course, they went out to a 24-9 first quarter, lead, and showed just how good they are. They didn't seem phased. I mean, what a shock. Abby Myers, like you said, had a big game. I mean, it's almost like
nine points in the first quarter, I believe, and it was 3 for 3 on 3 points. I mean, she was unreal. Her shot was just on fire.
Yeah, I mean, she had 7 rebounds too. I mean, she's just a great basketball player. She's so much fun to watch. But Maryland, as a whole, they do all the little things right in this program, and I think they always have. But I think they're starting to get more and more talented people coming in, not just through the transfer portal. They've had some pretty good recruiting classes too the last couple of years. So I think it bodes really well for Maryland going forward. Rutgers was much of a challenge. No, I mean, they only used 8 players, and really 6 of them played 22 minutes or more. Kayla Smikely, 29 points for Rutgers. She had 29 points, 11 for 21 from the floor. She was 4 for 8 from the 3-point line. They have some talent there. They're just not going to match up against a Maryland, and certainly not against an Ohio State and teams like that. But I mean, I'm glad that Maryland came out and sort of made that statement right away. That proved to me that some of the early season, I don't want to call them heroics, but I mean the big games that they have cranked out, it's not just smoke and mirrors, that they really are a good. I think they have good length on this roster. So Maryland's going to be able to hang near the top of the Big Ten all season long. So what's their schedule coming up here, Christian?
That's actually a really good conversation to talk about here with Maryland, is because on Saturday they play Michigan State. Now, if you haven't paid attention to Michigan State so far this year, you'd see just their 9-5 record. You wouldn't see a number next to their name, and you'd probably think that there's a good opportunity that Maryland can run across them. However, just last week, Michigan State beat Indiana and gave them their first loss on the year. This Michigan State team is a team that has had peaks and valleys this year, sure, but they have also looked really good. We've talked about them a few times this year. They beat Indiana. They had a really good game against who'd they play that we talked about?
It was in one of the tournaments.
Yeah, in the Phil Knight Invitational. They did lose both of them, to Iowa State and to Oregon, but they did play some good play. They have some good play.
Oh no, they played them tough, especially the Iowa State game. I mean, Iowa State, again, just the talent just pulled it out late. But yeah, I mean, Michigan State's going to be a really good. It's going to be a tough challenge. Again, one of those teams. We've been trumpeting the Big Ten on the women's side here tonight on a lot of different segments, but I mean, it's true. Okay, we talked about Rutgers, they're not an elite team. We're talking about Michigan State team. They're not going to be an elite, tournament team, but they're going to cause people some problems, and on the old on any given night kind of deal. That's very, very true. But I think that the talent is spread throughout the conference, not just at the top. And that's why I think teams like Michigan State are going to cause headaches for teams like Maryland, and Maryland's going to cause headaches for teams like Ohio State, and so on. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, see how it plays out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing when they take on Ohio State. That's not until February, though. The game after Michigan State, though, is the team that Michigan State beat, and that's currently number 6, Indiana. That'll be a fantastic game. That one's not till next Thursday, the 12th. You know, we'll have you covered here for that one. Let us know your thoughts in the description below. Leave your comments. We'll get back to you as we always do here at Slasher U. Hit like and subscribe while you're there. And thanks for watching Slasher U.